In this video, I'll be creating a simple Black Friday design for Chefeto Group, and I'll see you soon. Let's get to it. So first of all is to get the details, and that of course I've gotten, resized it and started the work. Now this is how I wanted this design to be. This is my plan. So I'll make a rough sketch now of how I want the design to be. The logo is going to be somewhere here, then the rest of the details will be somewhere here, then I will have an image somewhere here, and this is probably how I want it to be. So hopefully it will be like this. Then I will turn on the logo and start putting the rest of the details. Of course, this is a Black Friday discount, and I'm trying to separate everything and create a good design concept from it. So first of all, I chose a font for the Black Friday. I love this font because of how unique it looks, and it looks quite bold and exciting to me. Next I did was to adjust the discount, made it all caps and spread it out to be like this. I also made the Black Friday all caps later, and then I placed the discount inside this particular box. Now I love designing in black and white, or white and black, whichever one you want to call it, and that is because I will choose the color later in the design. When I'm done with the arrangement and everything, color comes last for me, so that I don't have trouble wasting my time choosing the colors. Then on to the next section, I have this breakdown of text. So I'm splitting them, multiplying them into many ways I want them to be split, which you understand later why I did so in this video, because I'll be deleting some text in some splits and keeping some. So like I deleted the jabba here, deleted the width only, and so that's just basically what I'm doing here. I'm separating each text based on the concept I want from it, instead of trying to retype it again or copying and pasting. For me, this method is faster. Then I change the font of the numbers, the price. Most of the numbers I changed the font from Metropolis to Montserrat, because yeah, even though I said in the last video that Montserrat was already stale for me, Montserrat is heavily undefeatable. Yeah, you can't really, as a graphic designer, you know this, except you are into app designs and maybe UI design. Montserrat might not really work well for you, but it's still really a very good font. I changed the AND to ampersand sign because it all works the same. Then I started copying, and if you know how I duplicate without using Ctrl J, you hold the Alt key and select the text or object or whatsoever you want to duplicate. Hold the Alt key, select it, and drag the selection, and it's going to duplicate it. So that is the difference. When you do that, your mouse will change to a duplicate of it. You understand it when you try it on your Photoshop. Of course, every number as usual I will always change to Montserrat, and the rest I'll use Metropolis fonts. And how will you know that they are different fonts? No one's
Nobody's
gonna
gonna
know.
know.
They're gonna know.
How
How
they're
would they
gonna
know?
know? Okay, then started arranging them. I will rush through this so that it doesn't bore you with all the details. Then the next thing was to start adding the beautification, the elements. Now I started adding small colors. I of course chose the brand color, which is good. Then I went into the bevel and emboss to make this a solid kind of slab metallic stuff. I went through different options till I later landed for the one I chose, and I also made sure it was chisel hard. Now, while trying these things, there will be many results, many options. It's all subjective to you. I was still battling with if I should align this text at the center or give them left or right alignment. It was a big puzzle. I sometimes even considered making all of them capital letter, but the Jabba looked here like an acronym instead of a word. And in Nigeria, if you don't know what Japa is, in Nigeria, Japa means escape, run away, or like travel, leave your country and look for greener pastures. So that is just the concept of this. But later I settled for this particular slab design. Then I copied the effect and duplicated it actually, duplicated it, placed it the other side, and created a circle for the ampersand, copied the effect, adjusted it, and placed it on the circle for the ampersand. I also made the ampersand thick and white. Then I created lines to join them, and I also made sure that I replicated that same effect of the slabs on the lines. So copy effect, paste effect, and that was it. So we have this area all settled. Then for the box of the discount, I used the other green shade, the lining green shade of the logo to choose that color. As you can see, choosing colors in design is very simple, especially if you're working with a brand that already has a brand color. That is why MTN but designs are all in yellow and sometimes black and yellow. But yeah, you see there is an element of yellow there. And then I added the information, the contact detail in the design as well, because yeah, those who are applying should apply to somewhere, right? So that's self-explanatory. I added it given the instructions that it should be, and I adjusted what the right should be. Instead of contact, I used apply at. Then I placed this other 10k discount, extra 10k discount in a square, and reshaped the square, a rectangle, sorry, reshaped the rectangle to this and resized it to fit in. Now you can see that this design is gradually beginning to make sense. Then the next thing is to find the image, obviously. So here I am still doing little adjustments. I still struggled with the positioning of everything. It still felt like something was missing, something was not really there. So I decided to still make some few adjustments, and at a point I was like, okay, let me just apply the image right now. I found this particular image of this guy carrying his big boxes, in happiness. It's like, yeah, I'm about to leave the country. And he I cropped it, removed the background, and did the necessary adjustments that I need to do, converted it to a smart object so that it doesn't lose quality, then started positioning him where he should be. Also, I didn't like the fact that his shirt color was that, so I changed it to the brand color. If you want to see how to change any color to any color, check the video up there and you will find it. Of course, I brushed out the part of his face that the green color didn't need to be, and so we have this very fast and efficient technique of changing any color to any color. Then I placed this little line here to kind of shade him away from the details so that he doesn't struggle with the details in attention. So I can still see the details and it doesn't need to distract you in any way. Now I chose the black theme. I tried the black theme and I found that okay, this black theme will work well, but I needed some image to put in the background because I'm not the kind of person that uses plain backgrounds no matter what. So I changed this, made it blurry, and considered still keeping it on white. But then after some few changes and thoughts and some adjustments, I just decided to go on black. So you'll see that coming. Then I started adjusting the rest of the details. Anyone that was black would now be white. Anyone that was white would now be black. For the ones that had outer glow, instead of outer glow, I would now use drop shadow for it. So I've adjusted this to white. And then instead of the outer glow, I opened it and I added some drop shadow instead, turned off the outer glow and added the drop shadow to make it different. And I also made sure that the contact color was also white, visible as it should be. Then, of course, a few adjustments here and there, simple basic things, repetitive process, changing the fonts for the numbers to Montserrat instead of Metropolis, making them bold, trying to change the colors, just things that should make the design more understandable. And that was what I did here. So it just kept on going. Then I adjusted the the shape again, and I blended it out so that it has a smooth transition using the layer mask and the brush tool. With this, I came to the end of this design, but then the client sent some corrections and recommendations, and then we ended up with this design. As you can see, there are some changes, some adjustments, but still basically the same concept in the whole design. These adjustments were just things to make the design better and make it easier to understand for the target audience. So, what do you think about this design? Will you take the first one or the second one? Let me know in the comment section what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the notification if you've not done any of these. Share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Remember that my new project is coming up. It's almost ready. So see you there. I'll be back. Bye.